Good everybody, I'm Sabrina Salas Matanane and welcome to our very first Cocktails and Convos. We are toasting and boasting about life and our experiences of living on our beautiful island of Guam. And what a better way to kick off the show with Mother's Day around the corner to talk with working moms. I know it's a hard thing to do. We have our 9-to-5 jobs and then we go home to our real jobs, which is 24/7. So with me sharing Cocktails and Convos, all the way down to my right is Chris Lujan. She is the Vice President of Marketing at Triple J. And her sister, Marilyn Borja, she is the Vice President of Sales at Docomo Pacific. Also with us is owner of Boca Box and also the Director of Marketing at IT&E, La Rosario. And her sister-in-law is with us. It is Judy Rosario. She is the part owner of Synergy Studios and Government Sales Manager at Docomo Pacific as well. We have her sister, in case you couldn't recognize the fact that they are twins, is Jessica Leon Guerrero. She is the brand manager of Island Wines and Spirits. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for joining me. Let's get right to it. Well, let me have a sip first. All right, so how do you guys balance everything? I know, like I was saying earlier, it is so hard. You know, we have to do our 9-to-5, and sometimes, like for me, I'm 24/7. So I also have my son, who's 8 years old, and my daughter, who's 21. And it really is a hard thing to do, to maintain your household and run a business. And so let's just go down the line and tell me your secrets on how you balance it at home. Chris,
okay,
starting with you, Chris.
With me. Okay, I will be honest, I still don't have it together. But you know, God knew I could only handle one child, so I have an adult now. She's 19, but I'm gonna say it's practice. You know, I was in my early 20s when I got into marketing and sales, and so it was a lot of practice. And then as I got older, it became my husband and his patience and helping me balance all of that. So I guess to answer your question, I think having a good partner really helps.
Right, yeah, there really is no plan.
Yeah.
Marilyn?
I can hardly balance. I have 4 kids, so probably more than all of these guys together. So I have 4 kids, but I think when you have 4 and you have that many, it's about giving them jobs. So my kids help me keep it together. So they're actually part of that balance. And you know, some days it's gonna be a lot of work that day, and some days it's gonna have to be my family. So I think it's not necessarily finding the equal balance between work and kids. It's just about every day doing what you need to do, and some days it's gonna be more. So whatever's on my plate, I guess. So I don't know if that's the answer, but I think that's how I've done it.
There is no right.
Yeah.
I just want a notebook so I can take notes of what you guys are saying, because I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out, because when I think I have it balanced, someone comes along and says, no, Mom, or no, you don't have it balanced. So like Marilyn said, and Christine, it's about having the right support system. And to me, I have great support, not just from my husband, but from other family members as well. Yeah. And it's just, when your kids are really young, it's really hard. But as they get older, they learn to understand. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Mine's 5 letters, coffee. I get one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and it makes me really happy. No, I agree with everyone. Just having a really good support system. I think also working with the kids so that they also have their sense of independence. So I have 3, a 2-year-old and 3-year-old do not have their independence yet, or 4, but I have an older son that really helps, and I have a really good family support system. And I think when you let them understand what your responsibilities are in life, you get them to buy in as well. So yeah, but coffee. Coffee helps. Coffee helps.
I drink coffee every morning.
And cocktails.
Lots of cocktails.
That works for me. That works for me. No, and I agree with everyone. I don't know if I still, even up to now, have it set. The beauty about me is I have my built-in babysitters. So we have 3 older kids between me and my husband. So when we had the babies and they were younger, they really helped out. They were really excited. They, you know, I think at one point I was like, no, you got to go do your homework. Let me take care of the baby. So I kind of had to tell my husband every now and then, I kind of married you for the 3 older ones. Oh, yeah. I planned that one well. But no, I think a lot of it is just planning. Like seriously, at night, I have to put clothes out, belts out, shoes, socks, like everything has to be like set out. Lunch boxes already prepared. I don't have energy for that. I don't have energy for that. I used to be that way.
want to be that
organized.
way.
And then as my son got older, I'm like, just forget it. You know, you got to learn. Get your own
They
clothes.
wanna wear.
You're wearing a uniform. Yeah.
If I made Kiki pick whatever she wanted, we'd be going out psychedelic every single day.
Have you ever thought though, you know, I don't know, you know, doubt yourself, like, I hope I'm not screwing up my kid. Have you ever?
Yes.
Right?
Every day.
All the time. Every day.
Just right now before I got here.
What do you mean though? What do you mean?
No, it's just like, you know, it's like I said, it's as soon as you think you got it together, somebody's gonna come along and make you feel like you don't. You know, you're gonna have those super moms who prep things the night before, or you know,
Right?
No, but no, seriously, it's you're always paranoid about how you're doing as a parent. And the way I see it is, my kids are clothed, they're fed, they're protected, they got to school, they have a house, so I think I'm doing a good job.
You know, Chris, your daughter, I've
Yeah.
seen her growing up. Man, she
So
is
for
such
me,
an
yeah,
angel.
you know, it's great because my girl, I knew early on she was a talker, so she was like me. She wanted to be engaged. So for me, knowing whether or not I was doing it right was just talking through every situation with her. Like, did that hurt your feelings? Did what I say, like, was that too much? Am I a little bit like Auntie Marilyn? You know, that's when I know, you know, but, but, you know, it's been fun because now she's 19 and we talk it out. We still talk it out. I'm like, you know, when you were younger, this is how I did it. What do you think? She's like, no, Mom, I actually think it was okay, you know? I mean, given like the industry that you're in and everything's so fast paced and you've always got deadlines, you know, just how you balance it is teaching me how to balance. So, you know, it makes me feel better because the true testament to whether or not I'm really doing it right is your kid, right? So now that she's 19, I feel like, okay, she's making me feel I somewhat have it together, or I had it a little bit together as she was getting older. So, you know, just really talking it out with them, I guess.
You know, Mother's Day, it's right around the corner. I don't know, for me, you know, what do I want for Mother's Day? It is just to sleep because I'm just so exhausted all the time. So what do you guys do for Mother's Day? What do you want to do for Mother's Day?
We all want to sleep like you. Me and my Hallmark channel and my bed. That would be a great Mother's Day.
And someone to come and clean the house while we're doing
Oh
it.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. If I can get my house clean at the same time, that
But
would
you
be
said
perfect.
you have, you know, your older kids, they can help, right?
Oh yeah.
What about you guys? Marilyn?
Well, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm different. Like okay, so like my sister-in-law, like honestly, I think those are her kids. They're not mine. Because my sister-in-law helps me all the time. Like I have to call her. I'm like, what are my kids doing? No, but seriously, joking aside, well, I'm not really joking. She does do that. But like, no, I don't know. I want to be with mine because I had all like not like these guys. They have young ones now. Mine are like getting older. So like now I just want to like hang out with them. And I had 2 older boys, and so now the girls are young. So it's always like girls' day all the time. So like I just want to go and hang out with them. They're like my friends. My 2 daughters are like my friends.
You're girls, the girls.
Yeah.
What about you, La?
Oh, for Mother's Day, God. I want to sleep. I want to sleep, and I want my kids to wait on me. So yeah, I'll have them with me, and I'll have my sleep.
That's good.
The best of everything. So I'll be with them, and then I'll sleep.
Chris?
Oh gosh, okay, I want to eat and sleep. So if I can do both and jam it all into one day. Honestly, I do want to spend time with my girl because she'll be leaving me soon for college. So yeah, she just finished her first year at EOG. So now I find myself like Marilyn, just wanting to spend as much time with her. So as long as she and my dog are around me, I'm good.
So, Judy, no coffee Mother's Day?
No, I'll sleep in. I'll sleep in, and I hope they sleep right next to me while we all just sleep. Like everybody just sleep. Let's all sleep the day away.
You know, I'm guilty of it. You know, a night out on the town, right? And the following morning, you might have a hangover, and my kids are all up in, you know, my face. How do you deal with it? I mean, I have my own way, but it's probably not something that I should say.
So before I come home, I buy them food
Okay.
in the wee hours of the morning, put it on the table, and then I close my door. Yeah, and then they see the food, they eat, they won't bother me. They know that's the sign when they see that breakfast was there.
That's the clue.
My kids are old enough to make their own cereal, make their own eggs. So with me, it's if I'm hungover, they already know don't bother me till lunch, and it's easy. Well, I don't really get hungover a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm always a designated driver. So, but no, it's because my kids are older. I don't have babies anymore. They're older. They can basically take care of themselves. You know, they're preteens. So.
You know, I have a trick. So before you go to sleep, you take Tylenol, you drink a lot of water, and throughout the night you stay hydrated. And then the next morning you take Pedialyte. You down a popsicle, or you just you drink. I have Pedialyte, and I am it never fails. They're always up at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you kind of get your blue, pink, purple, whatever color you want, and you down your Pedialyte. You drink a lot of water. You try to make breakfast as best as you can, and then you turn on the TV, and you just drink Pedialyte throughout the day, and it works.
I wrote that down. I've got that.
Everybody
locked
write that
in.
down.
What's the best piece of advice or warning your moms gave you about motherhood?
Man, I think it came to the point where when you get those days where you just feel like you can't do it, that tomorrow will be a brighter day. I think there'd be points where you might get one of those letters that you just have. They think you're the worst person in the world, and my mom reminds us at one point, not me, but she wrote my mom one of those letters. So she's like, no, man. When we were growing up, Judy hated reading. So whenever my mom would make her read when we were in elementary, Judy would have like little notes saying, I hate my mom, I hate my mom. So my mom always reminds us.
She's outing you.
Yeah, she is. So my mom would always remind us, hey, no matter what, tomorrow will be a new day, and one day they'll learn. And I think that's the same thing as we look at it now. And man, I remember we had to get up and clean. We had to do this. It was for us, it was no sleeping in on Saturdays, ever. Like my dad was, 7 o'clock. I mean, I remember used to lock myself in the bathroom and like pretend I'm still sleeping. And it was just like there was Saturdays you couldn't like get up and let's clean. Yeah. And now I look back at it and I hated it. And now I'm like, I find myself doing that with my kids. And when you're young, you don't understand it. But as you grow older and you become parents, then you appreciate it. So I appreciate everything. And my mom just reminds us, we used to be there one day. We used to tell her the exact same things. And, no matter what, we've grown up. And I think our mom is basically our best friend. She's pretty much grandma daycare. So, we really rely on her. But yeah, everyone goes through it and you'll just get through it.
Is it same? Same for you?
No, actually, mine's a little bit different. I think even having my oldest is 10 right now, but you don't realize how fast they grow. And Chris, you're probably feeling this, but to spend as much quality time with them because they grow so fast.
Yeah.
And another thing that she always taught me was read every single night to them. Without fail, read every single night. Even if it's a short book, you just read with them every single night. So,
she said that for a reason.
Yeah. And I really,
we know why she loves reading.
Yeah. I'm like, it was because I was forced to, but yeah. I think that's, I still force my kids that we still have to read every night, but I think the two is just really enjoy the journey of raising them because it transitions, and then spend that real good quality time with them.
What about you, La?
Oh God, I don't think it was. I think now that I think about it, they were kind of advice or warnings, but she said it in like a yelling manner. She would say, "I can't wait for you to have your own kids." And I think that was her warning, and I didn't realize it till now. So now when I have my own kids, like God, man, I know what my mom went through.
Yeah, I'm with her. Yeah,
And I was going
to those stories like, wow.
We have the same mom, so I think we'll both agree that it's warnings, right?
Yeah.
It was
Just
more of
wait
the
until you have
warning.
yours.
Yeah, wait until you have a daughter. Yeah.
But you know what the crazy thing is? Now that they're grandmas, everything they taught us to the
it's
grandkids
all
are like
went
out the door.
window.
I'm like, wait, we never
Doesn't
got away with
apply.
that. Wait, what do you mean they can eat whenever
Yeah.
they want and have what?
Doesn't apply.
Yeah, I'm like, and I always tease my parents, I think you guys had us to have grandkids, right? No joke, they get away with everything.
Right. Well, we hear a lot about millennials and Gen Zers swearing off parenthood, thinking it will affect their pursuit of success. What advice or words do you have for them about being a mother and successful in your career?
I think when you're a mother, then you realize what true success is. Like having someone to be able to raise and to be able to look back at and have something concrete and, you actually were able to develop a person. I think that is what success is. And, before I didn't think that, like until I had, my own kids, where it just became where, okay, now everything we work for, every time we get up and go to work, everything we do, we understand there's a reason behind it. And it's a bigger motivation, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that for me, having my son, it's the best thing I've ever accomplished. I mean, we still have a long ways to go, in terms of raising him because he's only 8, but I definitely agree with what you said. La?
I think like what Jessica said, it's that added motivation My phone's going off. Sorry. This is my life working mom.
We're all, that's right. We're
It's
busy.
it's that added motivation. It, like Jessica said, it's, you know what, you're trying to be successful, but the only thing you're thinking about is your own personal goals. Where when you have kids, there's other people involved, so you push yourself even harder. You know, you have your kids that you're thinking about. Like, you want to be a role model as well. And to me, it's also fulfilling. It's, you're not just doing this for yourself. It's you have this family that you're supporting. You're going home to, and you say, okay, you know what, this is where my hard work really pays off. Like, why are you doing it? If you're not going to do it to, you know, benefit your family, your kids, what are you doing it for? Because in the end, exactly, what's the purpose? In the end, what did you do all that hard work for?
I mean, I think we all are kind of singing the same song. It's easy to get, at least, I mean, I think we're all in sales and marketing of some sort, and you get caught up. I think you can get caught up in life. You know, it's like, oh, what, we don't have responsibilities at home, you know? So I think it's just making sure that, like, echoing what the girls say is that, you know, when you go home, this is what you're doing it for, and it's not, you're not doing it for yourself. And, you know, to me, like I said, my boys were older, and it's about my girls, you know, like wanting them to, like, you can, you know, be successful. And, but it's not even about even success. I think it's just their own success. It's not about oh, you have to have this job, or you have to have this degree, or you have to have, that's not even, to me, it's not. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's, me, it's a different thing. It's about just being humble in what you're doing, and I guess what you're doing it for. So that's mine.
All right, ladies, let's share your oh hell no moment with one of your kids. I mean, we probably have plenty, right?
So, okay, yeah, I know. I,
Strong as Brown has a ton of
four.
those.
So,
Oh no, you made a couple. Go ahead.
no, we have four, and when you have, like I said, when you have four, you got a lot of variety. But I went to a party, and my youngest at the time was, I don't know, 6 or 7, and so it was a traditional Chamorro party, and I was there early to help set up, and they asked me to bless the table. So I was getting ready to bless the table, even had a microphone, and then whose child yells out real loud, "Whoa, Mom, look, they have a bar here, and you don't even have to drive." And this is right before I'm gonna bless the table. And I'm like, I don't know whose kid is that. I'm sorry. So yeah, that'd be my kid.
Chris.
Oh man, okay, so I have a really conservative kid. So I mean, she's always a trip. My husband probably has more stories, but my story with her was, I guess she was like maybe 4 or 5, and she was looking through the wedding album, and she was like, and there were a ton of people over, and she's like, "Excuse me, why am I in your wedding pictures? Did you guys get married after you had me?" And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. Like, I mean, just the way she did it, she didn't talk to me for like 2 days. So yeah, that kind of gives you a picture of my kid. She's the parent, not me.
I can't wait to hear your story, Law.
God, I have to pick one. You know, with your kids, it's not a, oh hell no, it's just like, God, you really have to watch what you say.
Yeah.
I have a really bad mouth, and it's not my own kid that did it. It was Jessica's kid.
Oh.
So this is where I talk about with balance, the balance and support. So like when Jessica leaves off violin, I take her kids, and I love them to death, and I have a potty mouth, and so this one day, it's just me and my kids, my husband, you know, we're sitting down, and Jessica's 3-year-old. I have 2 dogs and 2 kids. My fur babies, 3 kids, my husband. And so this one day I'm making dinner and everything, and my dog's running around and everything, and all I hear is Jessica's youngest, her daughter, who is 3 years old, just turned 4. All I hear is, "F you, Kilo," and I go, "Ah, your mother's gonna kill me." And I looked at my husband, I go, "Oh my God, your sister's never gonna leave the kids with us ever again." And mind you, Jessica does not cuss at all in front of her kids.
I know, I could see the halo. No, I'm joking.
No. We feed off. The good thing, and we talked about it, is that nice support. So she gets my kids, they come back potty mouth. I get her kids, they come back 5 pounds heavier. So, you know, they're very clean, healthy, kind of like, you know, they have, you look at their pantry, there's fruits and nuts and vegetables in there. And when I know I get her kids, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go buy Hot Pockets. Which one do you like, the pepperoni or the ham and cheese? Okay, let's just buy both.
Yeah, so my more like an oh no moment was having somebody else's kid cuss, because I cussed in front of them.
What about you, Judy?
So mine, I mean, I have a lot. I have really rambunctious kids, so there's
She has
always
3 boys.
yeah, and it's always, I mean, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of adventures and we have a lot of stories. I have a couple. Well, 2 weeks ago, my 4-year-old took his whistle from one of the parties into party favor into church, and I just figured he was just gonna play with it. I told him don't do anything with it, so he just hung out with it the entire time. And right before mass was over, he took it and blew in it, and I was like, everybody's eyes, boom, and I was like, that's not my kid. So that was about 2 weeks ago. But one day we were getting ready for a party at Jessica's house, and thank goodness it was in the house. And she just recently painted her house. It's still pretty fresh, and she has this beautiful wall. And I told them they were doing something, so I had my son and her son face the wall, and they weren't doing anything. I told them go apart. There's nothing at the wall, and this is typical my kid.
There's absolutely nothing they can ruin on the wall. Like it's just an open space and a wall.
And so I turn around and someone's yelling, what are you doing, Richard? What are you doing? And I look, I'm like, he's not doing anything. He's on the wall. And so I looked, and when he moves, there's like maybe an adult handprint, just peeled paint, just full peeled paint. So if you go to her house, you'll see this really pretty wall and this paint that went over it,
and it's
just to cover it. But yeah, no, he's pretty adventurous. We have a lot of fun time with that kid.
She probably has the most funniest, the oh no stories than all of us. I think mine is just, man, I have probably one of the cutest little girls. I have to say, she's really cute, right? But she has by far the biggest attitude. And I always tease La. I think every now and then that she actually is La's daughter. So I was actually off island a couple weeks ago, and I get a text from our family chat saying Kiki hit somebody, and I'm like, oh man. And so and I'll walk in daycare, and our words before I leave daycare is, Kiki, have a good day. No hitting, no punching, listen to teacher. But literally every day, and she'll walk out when I pick her up, and she's like, Mommy, I didn't hit anybody today. Mommy, I didn't hit or punch anybody. I'm like, good job. We have to remind her not to hit, right? So I'm off island, and then on our text chat, we're coming in. She says she hit someone, so I talked to her. And then the next day, I'm thinking, okay, the other girl's okay. The next day, I get a text saying, oh, she gave the other girl a black eye.
Oh my goodness.
Karina. So yeah, that's my own no. So she's very feisty, definitely super cute, but she's feisty.
Okay, so these next round of questions are just going to be really, really quick. I know everybody's got busy schedules, right? So if I weren't a mom, I would be
traveling the world nonstop.
Traveling. Yes, traveling. Traveling. My husband's going to watch this, so traveling.
I'd be a lawyer. I don't like to lose.
I'd be a counselor because, well, no, I don't know. I'd be the reverse of that. So would I be a client? But I don't know. I think I'd be a counselor.
The most embarrassing moment with my child out in public was when we...
Oh my gosh, I don't really have one. Well, I did lose her, and so I made a big scene.
You lost her?
Yeah, so I lost her in the store. I was shopping. So, but she was playing hide and seek, and she was like 2, and everybody was searching for her, and I was screaming, and I was getting mad at everybody, and then she jumps out and was like, surprise, Mom! And I'm like, oh no. So yeah, it was so embarrassing because I sent the authorities, I called 911, I called GFD, I was just a complete mess.
I think I said mine.
My daughter has a mouth, but she's very vocal, so it's always in a public bathroom. If somebody's in the other stall, she'll say it out loud. Oh my God, Mom, foo!
I'm with Chris. I actually had that one. It's the worst moment you could ever imagine in your life, but I went crazy mom of screaming and yelling and asking them to close down the department store. So yeah, that was pretty brutal.
I'm not gonna lie, I lost my kid at Rock.
All lost a kid.
I know.
Oh man.
The most embarrassing moment with my child out in public was when
I guess in public is first time mom, just crazy, just every little thing we're in the doctor for, to the point where my pediatrician, I would go up and pay, and they'd be like, oh no, mommy, it's okay. You don't have to pay this time.
Aww.
So yeah, I had that. After that, I'm embarrassed to bring her to the doctor.
I know.
You need to go there.
My son, we were at Macy's. It was Christmas time. You know how crazy it gets during Christmas. So we were in line, and I don't know where it came from, but he was like, ew, Mom, you farted. And I was just like, I'm gonna kill this kid. I'm like, no, I didn't. And he was just laughing. But yeah, that was very humiliating. I felt like this small, and I couldn't just run out the store. Okay, I'm brave and fearless in front of my kids, but I am scared of...
Flying cockroaches. I'll kill him. I'll kill him with a Zori, but...
Sleeping by myself.
Lizards.
Snakes. Man, I'm scared of everything. Yeah, these guys, I think I call them for every little thing.
Yeah, I'm spiders. Okay, the craziest question my child has asked me was, what's a vagina?
Man, I don't really have a
Nothing.
crazy one. Marilyn's kids ask me crazy questions.
Yeah.
She should answer this one.
Mine asked, I don't know if I can say this. She asked if kids come out of butts. So, and when, and did it hurt? So, I don't know.
Mine wasn't a question. He made a statement, and his statement was, "Mom, I found out how babies were made." I was like, "Shh."
Oh no.
Oh man, I don't know. What is mine?
You have a lot.
I have a lot. I can't even think of any of them because they're a lot.
You have a lot of crazy questions.
Do you have
I think you just ignore a lot of them because you don't want to do it. Kind of just. Jessica's turn.
I think mine is when my kids, like, they see something out in public or someone, and they're like, "Mommy, what's that?" And I'm like, "Shh."
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, and we're talking about different things, and they'll point at, "Mommy, that's what you were talking about." I'm like, "Put your hand down. Put your hand down. Let's go. Shh." Cover their mouth.
Okay, I wish I had more time in the day for...
I think just quality time, like even with them or whatnot, the day literally passes by. So yeah, I mean, if we could get any time, I would have it back spent with them. I mean, as difficult as it is being a mom, you know, that precious time, and like Judy said, it passes. Like, you know, I mean, I still have young kids, but I feel like they were just baby, and now they're little toddlers now. So
Same thing, quality time. More Monopoly games.
Sleep.
I agree.
Be honest, sleep.
I don't get to eat dinner with my kids, so family dinner. Like a family, my husband and I schedules are completely off, so not a normal family. So I'd like to have family dinner. I'd like that.
Yeah. For me, just more relaxing time, downtime with the family. Yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, final piece of advice for, I guess, moms out there or new moms out there, not moms, but, you know, women who are going to be new moms. Any final piece of advice for them?
Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, really, everybody's balancing act is different, and honestly, as long as you're doing the best you can with the best intentions for your loved ones, I mean, you're doing a good job.
Don't judge. I learned a lot of lessons, and when you see kids, and a lot of times we're first to be like, "Oh, where's the parents?" And yeah, I mean, I learned that a long time ago. So everyone's different, and everyone's going through their own different struggles and doing the best they can. So do the best you can, but just be humble, I guess, and don't judge other parents.
Yeah.
What Mary said. Don't judge, but also don't worry if people judge you. Because like I said in the beginning, there's no right way to do it.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun on this journey. Have a lot of fun on it.
and you're normal. I remember going on a trip about maybe 2 years ago with another couple our girls were the same age, and they just were like, to get out of the door, took an arm and a leg just to get ready and go out. And then they were crying here and there, and we just looked at each other, and both of them were, and we're like, we are normal. Like, I thought it was just me, but we are so normal. So, everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's experiencing it. There's going to be good days, and there's going to be more challenging days, and you'll get through it, and, you'll look back and realize, okay, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Well, thank you, all of you, for joining me for our very first ever Cocktails and Convos. Also, thanks to Strongbow and Hyatt Regency. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.